Welcome back to the James Young High School Mario Kart Tournament 2025. This is the second teacher's race where we have biology versus art.
Yes, one or two amendments I think had to be made to this one. Not all the art teachers able to make it today, so Mr. Cunningham, the creative teacher that he is,
betrayed his department.
Well, no, stepping in and kindly helping out our artists.
So we have Mr. Cunningham and Mr. B versus Mr. Shafat and Mr. King. Looks like we have an early start here on Moo Moo Meadows.
Well, one of the easier tracks, one of the friendlier ones I would say to start on. So
yeah, I've always been a big, not a big fan, but it's a decent map.
Yeah. Mr. King leading off Waluigi there.
Can't go wrong with Waluigi.
Bit of a snide villain character. Interesting. Wonder what that says about Mr. King.
Sir. Ooh, Mr. B coming in first.
Yeah, I'm liking his costume there with the Mario...
Tanuki Mario.
Yeah. Is that a different character in the game?
Yeah, it's a separate character.
Oh, I did not know that. Very interesting choice. The motorcycle. It's the first time we've seen that in a while.
It's interesting because of the two separate kinds of drift, you know? We have outside drift for the karts and then inside drift for the bikes.
Right, so some different handling characteristics there. We'll see if that pays off.
Because in the last game... in Mario Kart Wii, inside drift was kind of like the thing.
Yes.
Everyone was running bikes, everyone was running... what was his name? Funky Kong?
Yes.
But here everything's all changed. It's all outside drift and Waluigi Wiggler or whatever the kids are using these days.
Is the main one. Yoshi and
the Baby Buggy, I think it is?
Yeah,
Teddy Buggy. Teddy Buggy, that's
the toy wheels and things as well.
Aye.
But this is the fun thing, is, you know, teachers just pick who they like.
Yep.
I think Mr. Shafat's going to have a difficult time with Wario. That is
he picked Wario.
That is not a character I've seen very often.
You pick Wario, you deal with the consequences.
Indeed. And Mr. Cunningham with a classic Mario choice.
Shocking to... that was like a blue shell into a shark, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mr. B is not having a good day, but he appears to be front running regardless of that.
One of our participants last year, Mr. B and Mr. King competing. Mr. Davies, of course, was our winner. No longer at the James Young High School, unfortunately.
Yep.
I'm sure competing in his local James Young, or the local Mario Kart tournament.
Young, yes.
Yes, sorry.
But no, it looks like we're having a decently close race so far. Mr. Cunningham's in 6th, Mr. Shafat and Mr. King appear to be trading places in 3rd and 4th.
No love lost between them there,
no,
in terms of the firing of the items and things.
Mr. B seems to be cruising along perfectly fine, unbothered in the zone, and in first place.
Number 1. Who's going to come across the line?
Shock.
Looks like Mr. King's going to get 3rd.
Yep, good work, Mr. King, and looks like Mr. Shafat and Mr. Cunningham are in 5th and 7th respectively.
So the art department finishing higher up.
Yep.
In round 1.
Art.
Yes.
We would like to thank Mr. Cunningham for betraying science.
Well, it could be like STEAM subjects: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. It could be one way to think about it.
Well, let's move on to the next race. Yeah.
Whoa.
Here we are on Mario Circuit, I believe?
I think so, yeah. It's one of the GP tracks.
This is always a fun one. I really like what they did with it in 8.
Yes. It's again, friendly turns, lots of nice drifts and nice boosts. If you really know what you're doing, there is some interesting shortcuts here.
There are some great shortcuts here.
You can sort of jump up on the barriers and things like that sometimes, can't you?
Well, that's usually more of a risky move because of the Lakitu.
Oh, Mr. Shafat dodging his own green shell there.
Masterful move.
Indeed.
Mr. B still appears to be in first, but we got Mr. King pulling up in second.
Mr. King, of course, very competitive. He'll want to do well in the independent title
you think we'd have
today.
done better if we put him against Mr. Bell?
Well, I think that'll be on his mind, that's for sure.
Ooh, that's a decent bomb. Who threw that? Was that Mr. Cunningham?
It might be Mr. Cunningham. Took out Mr. Shafat and Mr. B, but Mr. Shafat getting another explosion. Using the horn there.
Looks like Mr. B and Mr. Shafat have fallen back a bit, with Mr. King and Mr. Cunningham taking the lead.
Big shuffle. Didn't see what happened to Mr. B there, but you'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, we'll see if he can turn it around. It's only halfway through the second lap.
Indeed.
There's still time to change.
As we say, our teacher's very creative, Ryan. I'm sure he'll come up with something.
That's something, maybe hitting someone in the back of the head with a blunt object, but
in the game.
In the game.
In the game.
I mean, both would work.
In the game. Oh no! Mr. Shafat is savage this round. He is dominating. Definitely providing good support for Mr. King in first there.
Keeping everyone off him, but it looks... Ooh. He spun out.
Who, Mr.
Cunningham?
Mr. Cunningham.
Oil spills.
Still in second. He's chasing Mr. King down.
Looks like Mr. B is trying to get back his throne.
There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Teachers know what they're doing.
somewhat.
100cc is the engine capacity we've gone for here, isn't it?
Keep it nice and simple-ish. I'd love to see what happened if you put them all on 200, though.
I must admit, even I don't have that much experience on 200. Blue shell. Oh no,
Ooh.
Mr. Shafat catches it. Did he catch it for Mr. King, or was it an inadvertent?
Looks like Mr. King. Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh, and the shock at last second,
Double
though.
whammy. I think he's got enough. Just about. It's very close at the top there. Mr. Cunningham's right there. I can
There's
see
potential
him.
for a comeback from Mr. Shafat. He managed to dodge the shock. So, we're coming from the final item set here on the final lap. Mr. King is still in first.
Oh! He drives straight into Mr. B.
Oh.
And he's rewarded with 3 mushrooms, but he's straight into a banana.
Unfortunate, but looks like Mr. Shafat should be able to... Ooh, what's happening?
He's gone to the pits. Why has he gone to the pits, Ryan?
Oh. Whoa. That is an unfortunate sixth.
I think he was just teasing Mr. B there. I think
Unfortunate sixth.
that was gloating.
Looks like things are pretty evenly matched, the only outlier being Wario right now.
A better race from Mr. Shafat, very involved with a lot of the items there. And I saw a few boost drifts as well, so I think just a bit unlucky. An accidental pit stop at the end there.
You win some, you lose some.
Indeed. So the next race, we totally know what it is. Is this the...
This is Cheap Cheap Beach, I believe.
Cheap Cheap Beach, okay. Not as well.
There
I'm
are cheap
familiar
cheaps,
with.
it's a beach, what more is there to say?
A lot of underwater sort of sections here.
Yes, this
oceans
was...
to be avoided.
I think they revamped this one a lot when they ported it to 8, because weren't the underwater sections only inducing like, what, 7?
I think so,
yeah. 7. So this was shuffled around a bit. But it looks like Mr. Cunningham is coming to an early first. Mr. Kings has been hit by a red shell. Mr. Shafat and Mr. B appear to be bringing up the rest of the front half.
Yes. Whoa, Mr. Cunningham gets into the slow stuff there, loses the lead. It's a wee bit lost there.
Ooh, Mr. King's coming back. Looks like we have another tight race here.
I know, this has been quite competitive, Ryan. I think
it has.
All the heats we've seen so far, this has been one of the most competitive.
I mean, they've both got a lot to prove. Oh, what is Mr. Cunningham doing? Oh, Mr. Cunningham, he's going backwards.
Oh no. Quite easy to get lost. There is a lot of ocean here.
Aye.
As we know, school teachers are always dreaming of the summer holidays, so...
Yep, and I'm sure they can all afford to go to the ocean on their teacher's salary.
Those who win Mario Kart tournaments and the prize money that we offer here for this.
Yes, the extravagant prizes.
Indeed.
But no, it looks like Mr. B has taken back his lead, but Mr. King is closing that distance quickly.
Yeah, it's after winning the last race, it's kind of been one apiece between Mr. B and Mr. King.
Aye, neck and neck.
Yeah, I think Mr. Shafat there in third really starting to get the hang of this difficult to handle Wario character.
Looks like biology is going to be able to step their game up.
Yes. Oof. I don't know much about Wario. I've never really played any of his games before.
I know he's got a few good games. He started off, he was first appeared in Mario Land 2, I believe, for the Game Boy.
Right.
Then he got his own spin-off, Wario Land, of course. And then he's got all these new ones. There's WarioWare?
Yeah, there's a lot of like party games, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like, I've played a few of those. They're quite fun.
Right. I believe, I think Mr. Kennedy was telling me that Waluigi appeared in Mario Tennis.
He did. He was excellent in Mario Tennis.
There you go.
But there was this whole... Remember back in, what was it, 2019-ish, when everyone wanted him to be in Smash Brothers?
Right.
I still find it ridiculous who got into Smash Brothers in the first place.
Well, I'm sure once Nintendo see this video on the JYHS Esports YouTube channel, they'll be clean to put that.
Of course, whenever the next Smash Brothers game comes out.
Indeed. Mr. B still leading the way.
Minecraft got into Smash Brothers?
Anyway, Mr. B still leading the way. No, he's not. He's down to second.
Bowser coming up from nowhere.
What's Bowser ruining our race? Oh, but there's a blue shell.
Oh,
he's too close.
Oh, he's caught in the shockwave. He's caught in the shockwave. Mr. King, he's
going to get it.
Oh, Mr. King is...
he's not going to get it.
Oh.
Is he going to get it?
Mr. B with the backdraft. Oh. That was a... Oh, you see that backdraft off of Bowser?
Photo finish there.
Indeed.
Photo finish. It looked like Mr. King had it, looked like Mr. B had it. Well, Mr. Cunningham coming through in fifth, so really getting the hang of the track layout there in the end.
Quite tight grouping here. Let's see the scores on the doors.
Oh, 1 point.
Mr. B is barely ahead.
Oh, into the final race. This is close.
We'll see what happens here. Can Mr. King push through, or will Mr. B and Mr. Cunningham...
You don't sound surprised, right? It's almost as if you're recording this after the fact and you know who wins.
I've entirely forgotten who wins. There's been a lot of these.
There we go. This is one of the highway...
Oh, Toad's Turnpike.
I think this was an N64 track
I believe it was.
It?
When the game first came out, they didn't have battle tracks, so you could just use fight on wheels tracks. I remember There's a lot of videos of people doing battle mode on this, and it just being absolutely horrendous, and I can't blame them. It's a big 8. What are you gonna do in a big 8? Where do you hide? Where do you go?
Yeah, I think even for racing as well, there's not that much you can really do here.
No, I remember seeing. This is a good track for outrunning blue shells, which is something you can do on 200cc, I believe. Not a lot of tight turns, not a lot of corners.
Mr. B was rewarded by his draft there by getting red shelled.
You win some, you lose some.
Well,
Sometimes
Mr.
the green
Shafat
shell
leading
hits
the
you.
way. We've not seen that very much today.
Aye. Mr. B taking up 4th place, but still doing rather well.
Indeed. Oh, that Bowser is savage, by the way.
Aye.
He's
He's coming in here, he's making a mess.
Oh dear,
I can respect it. He's not a human, but I can respect that.
Definitely living up to his Mario characteristics. Yeah, Mr. Cunningham's steady, solid lines here.
Oh, Mr. Shrek just got hit by a green shell. From Bowser.
no,
Once again,
red.
Bowser.
Was that Mr. King firing a red shell at his colleague Mr. Cunningham there?
I can't believe he would do such a thing.
No love lost there.
Ooh. I mean, I suppose that's what he gets for betraying science.
Yes.
His punishment for his treachery.
Oh, for goodness sake. You might actually see Mr. Cunningham again, so let's this time in his chemistry guise.
Once again, betraying his department.
Look at that boost from Mr. Shafat, just saw him tear through Mr. B's screen.
Looks like Mr. B is taking the side road for once. But we're coming for the final lap here. Not a lot of coins around people. Mr. King seems to have all the coins.
Well, that's probably why he's in first. He's got that speed boost, but he's got the red shell.
Unfortunate. That's not for whom the blue shell tolls. It tolls for thee.
So 1 point between Mr. B and Mr. King.
Oh, we have everyone in top 4 once again.
I know. But
Mr. Cunningham and Mr. B appear to be taking the lead here.
Oh, Mr. B back in front. This means he'll take the whole thing, and he'll take it for R as well.
But we'll have to see what happens.
Oh,
And that unfortunate last second banana. We'll see. Oh, just enough invulnerability frames to dodge the red shell.
Yeah. It might be too late, Ryan. It might be too late.
It might be. They're coming from the final turn now.
Mr. Cunningham, is he defending Mr. King, or is he? Well, he needs to
Mr.
attack.
Cunningham and
He's
Mr.
not.
King both on the back.
Oh, there he goes. Mr. B's in second. Can he catch Mr. King?
No, he cannot. But will that second and third help them win?
Let's find out when we see the scores in a moment.
Mr. Shrek comes along in 4th.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a pretty evenly matched thing. We'll have to see the points added up.
Mr. King gets it. He's 50.
He does, but let's see if the combined forces of art have managed to beat him.
So 50.
Show us the scores.
40.
Show us the scores.
48 for.
And it looks like Art
Mr. B.
barely skimped across with 8 points. We'll see you for the next one.